Hello everyone, this is John, Data Science Career Transition Expert. Welcome you all to this episode number 11 on this HackerRank playlist. In the last few episodes, we have understood what is the importance of HackerRank, why it is really important for data science aspirants, and how we can create a great portfolio in this HackerRank we discussed. And also we started solving problem statements one by one. We worked all the scriptings on call in front of you. Great. And also I would like to set the disclaimer clear in case if you would like to solve this HackerRank problem statement, particularly with respect to Python, you should have got Python intermediate programming knowledge skills. If you have not got that skills, please reach out to our team. We will be training you on this Python programming for 1 week so that you can work on all this HackerRank related problem statements and you can develop your programming logical skills. Okay, now let us get into this particular finding the percentage challenge in this HackerRank problem. Okay, let me share my screen. So here I think my screen is visible to you all. So finding the percentage. So this is the next challenge as per our plan. Okay, so let me click on solve challenge. So here I'm just clicking on problem so that I can understand the problems very clearly. So here I've already written it. I just practiced it. Let me remove it from the scratch and let me write it. Yeah. So this script, even if you're solving it, so this will be the lines what it is already given to you. So let me first read the problem statement, make you understand, and then we'll try to solve it. And again, before you solve this, you should have practiced this particular problem statement for 15 to 30 minutes. If you have not achieved your goal, then come and see so that you can understand what is the logic behind it. Okay, the goal of this me coming here and solving in front of you is just to develop your logical skills, not to spoon feed you with respect to programming. So just you feed your knowledge to your brain, so that's when your brain will definitely grow. If you fail, then come and take a look at it. It will be definitely helpful for you because next time you won't do the same mistake. Okay, let me take a read on this particular problem. So the provided code stub will read in a dictionary containing key value pairs of name marks for a list of students, meaning the provided code stub. The code is already provided. Okay, so you don't need to change that. The code is already provided in a to read the dictionary containing key value pairs. All right. So print the average of the marks array for the student name provided, showing 2 decimals. So the point is, see this. So let us take an example here. All right. So totally, take a look on this output format. Print in one line or else input format, how exactly they are given. The first line contains the integer n, the number of students record. Okay, see this? The first line n, integer. So this will read number of students in a classroom. I think you might have understood the problem statement. There are some students in the classroom. Whenever I'm calling, or let's say Gilbert, Ivor, Yogesh, Harish, John, there are many people. You can have any number of, you need to decide how many students are there in a classroom. Okay. And now whenever you're calling out some name, let's say Ivor, I just wanted to know Ivor's total average. Okay. And that average, it should be with 2 decimals. That's what the problem. You can decide how many students you want. So here it is nothing but how many students you want, you can decide. And here it is nothing but, this is an input function. Input function, it is nothing but, so you need to know how you have to type it. First you have to give name. So split is nothing but after the space, after every space, the tokens, it will be splitted. So first it should be name, it should be stored in this particular name. And then whatever you type, it will be stored into this line. Why this particular asterisk symbol? We know that asterisk is nothing but variable length argument. So whatever you give after that particular first space, in number of numbers, it will be stored into this particular line itself. And then whenever you are receiving any data type within this input, it will be nothing but what? It will be a string, right? But for that numbers, whatever we are receiving, we need to compute the average. How can we compute the average when the data type it is string, right? So we need to convert it into numerical format. So what are the two data types in numerical? One is integer and the another one is float. So now I'm going to take that line and I'm going to map with respect to float. Map meaning what? Map is a function where exactly it will just, this particular line, whatever the value it has, it is going to map to this particular float function, and it has only that memory where exactly it got stored. It will return only that particular object. In order to retrieve that particular values back, you need to convert it into a list. So we have already worked on this map in the previous problem statement. If you have missed it, you can just go back and watch it in our previous episode. So one of the problem statement we have already solved using this map function itself. Okay. Now, so that particular scores, it will be stored into this, that is the values, list of values, it will be stored into this particular score. Now all the scores, I'm just going to take it, all it, and I'm just going to give it to this particular name. Why this particular square bracket? Because this name is nothing but, let's say if I'm just typing John here, that John will be stored into this name. So to that John key name, I wanted to store all the values in a list format. Okay, now this is the for loop, everything is done. Now the next input is nothing but what? Which student name you need to get it. All right. Let's say if you're typing John here, that John will be stored into this query name. Okay. Only that particular John average mark I need to calculate. So that's what here it is given. I think I've explained one by one. See this. Here they have also given one sample input. Totally 3 students. First student name is Krishna. 67, 68, 69 is the total marks. Arjun 70, 98, 63. Mallika 52, 56, 60. And this input is nothing but what? Mallika. Alright, Mallika meaning I just want only the average marks scored by Mallika. So 56.00. Why not 56.0? Because that is an error. We want 2 decimals, right? So that's what it is. So here it is given. You can take a read on it. So now I'm having the practice. Whenever we are solving it, we are copying. We will copy the script what it is actually given. And we will come back here. We will try to solve. Okay. So let me name this particular challenge as finding the percentage. Okay. So let me paste this particular script and let me execute and explain. First is nothing but input. How many students you want? So I want 3 students. So this 3 got stored into this n, and this is an empty dictionary. Okay. And the next input is available here. So first name is Ivor, space, alright, split. So this Ivor will get stored into this name. I just want he scored in first exam machine learning 90, deep learning 95, natural language processing 100, and in time series modeling, let's say 80. And then Yogesh, alright, Yogesh space. We should know first what should be the variable, because we should, that's where your problem understanding comes from. Okay. What happens if I type numbers and then names? Shall I mix it up? Then you have not understood the problem. You should go back and take a read on the problem statement one by one. Okay. Now Yogesh has scored in machine learning 95, deep learning let's say 70, time series or NLP he has scored 80, time series modeling 65. Okay, and then let's say Harish, he has scored machine learning 80, deep learning 85, natural language processing 90, time series modeling let's say 80. Okay, totally 3 students, 3 student details I've got it. All right. So now what is the next input here? The next input is which student name I wanted to compute the average. I just wanted to know the average of, let's say, Ivor. Okay, Ivor. Now everything got stored into the respective variable names. So first let's see the student marks, what exactly it got stored. Control C, Control V. See this? Ivor, Yogesh, Harish. What exactly the respective marks? Like 90, 95, 180. So according to the order, it has been stored. Okay. Now if I wanted to take the values of, let's say, Yogesh. Okay, what I would do for data filtering, always we use square brackets. So I'm going to use square bracket within this Yogesh. If I'm typing this Yogesh, I will get only Yogesh values. Remember this concept, we will be using it. Okay. Now, what I wanted is, if I'm typing Yogesh, I wanted only the average of Yogesh marks, right? So what I'll do, so user can type anything. So for I in range of, so not range, the student values dot, I will be using keys. So what is this keys comes from? Keys is nothing but, again you should have got Python intermediate knowledge, dot tab button. If you see keys, alright, which is a dictionary function. If you use keys, what are all the key names? Ivor, Yogesh, Harish. These are all the key names. Key names that will be displayed. So now I'm just writing a logic for every key names, take one by one. First to take Ivor, and that Ivor will be stored into I. Okay, colon, this is syntax. If that I, if it is equal to that query name, what it is already typed, Control C, colon, what we have to do, we have to take an average. What is the average formula? Sum of all numbers divided by total number of numbers. So what I'm doing, sum of all numbers, nothing but the student marks of that particular I. If you take I, what will happen? Already I is there. What? I is going to take from keys one by one, right? So Iver, that's what first key value is Iver. Iver will get stored into I. Iver, is it equal to Iver? Student marks of Iver. That I is Iver, right? Student marks of Iver, it's the same thing. It will take all the values, right? Divided by what I would do, the total length. Total length of student details of that I. So the total number of elements I will be getting it, right? So now this I will be storing into the total average. Total average. It's up to you what name you want to give, you can give. Now if you say print total average, you would get 91.25. Okay, you've got 2 decimals. This is okay. 2 decimals we have got it for. Let's say for who we got it, for Iver we have got 2 decimals, right? But what happens, let me take maybe only this line, let me take. I just want, let me click on it. For Yogesh, see this, for Yogesh I'm getting only one point, decimal. What happened in the second decimal point? Can I take this and give it to my HackerRank and see? Because the answer we have reached it, right? What exactly my HackerRank will do, shall I check it out? Let me check it. Only this logic. See, you need to align it properly or else it is going to be another. So this is coming under the main program. So after giving it, let me click on run code. So see this. Your output is 56.0, but the expected output is 56.00. Alright, it is very clear that we have not matched, that one more decimal is missing. So now what is the problem? When we are actually printing, that decimal is missing. So we have to do something while printing, right? So that's what here developers, what they've actually done. They have found something called as print formatting. Hey, when you're printing, we can print using different formats. So that format is what something new here in learning. All right, print, I'll say it's a print formatting. So you will be typing print formatting and open and close double quotes. Okay, this is how we actually type. And whenever you say print formatting, we will be opening open and close curly braces within that double quotes. Okay, and then which variable name you wanted to format. So what's the result? That value is stored in which variable? That is in total average. That variable name first you have to give. All right, and then say colon. Colon meaning, hey, I wanted to format this variable name. Okay, I want to format this variable name. After giving colon, you need to give dot. All right, dot. How many decimals? How many decimals you want to format? Here I want to format 2 decimals. And the 2 decimals, obviously it is of which data type? It is of float data type, right? So 2F. All right. How many decimals? If you want 2 decimals, I'll be keeping 2 decimals. Now let me click on this. Earlier I've given Yogesh and I've got 77.5. Now let me click on again Yogesh. 77.50. Here if you say 3 decimals, Yogesh, you will get 3 decimals. So the format is nothing but, all right, after colon, your variable name in this particular print function. Maybe I'll just give a syntax. First print format, all right, print, and then as it is a formatting, F, open and close double quotes, that is second step, and then open and close curly braces, and then give your variable name, colon, and then dot, because whenever you give colon, what does it mean? Hey, this variable name I want to format, that's what column means, and dot in how many decimals, because decimals is coming after dot, how many decimals? Dot is the decimal, right? I want 2 or 3, whatever it is. If you say 10 decimals will come. I want 2 in a floating range. So this is the syntax, okay, which I follow. Now Let me delete this, I don't want. Now I'll just remove this and I'll print it. Now I'll just copy this line, Control C. Let me go back and let me paste only on the last line. Okay, now let me click on run code. All other scripts is already given. Oh, it is given 3 or 2 points, right? Sorry, I think I've given 3 here. It is 2. Let me click on run code. Yeah, now it is done. All right. Maybe you can just click on this test custom input. You can just type check out for your own user input. How does it come? But for me, it is done. You can check out for your case. It should definitely work. In case if you face any doubts or clarification, please feel free to post it in the comment section below. When we take a look at it, definitely we'll try to reach out to you and we'll post the answers in a better way as soon as possible. Okay, so let me click on submit code. So whatever the code I have written here, it is testing against all other inputs and it is good. Just wait for a while. I got okay. Congratulations. You can go to the next challenge. Let me click on it. Okay, and it is giving reduce function. Again, do not solve this. As you see this, it is getting into Python functionals. That is not my code. Go back and again click on this Python basic. The next challenge I'm talking about, Python basic. We see we are in this basic data types and we have solved this finding the percentage. So we have got this particular tick mark. Okay, now then the next challenge we will be solving about this list, whatever it is mentioned, this list problem we will be solving it. But in this video, I hope you have understood how exactly this finding the percentage works. So here we got to know what is the importance of this print formatting function with 2 decimals, or if you want to increase the number of decimals, you can just keep it. How to keep it? I think I've explained it. And also how to write a logic with keys and dictionary format. That's something a new learning for us. I hope this video helped you and made you to understand how this logical programming works for this particular problem statements. Let's continue in the upcoming videos solving other challenges in this HackerRank. Until then, take care. Bye.